Okay, Asia session took an H1 trend breakout setup on gold. So gold on the weekly and daily, we have really strong trend momentum here. This was sent out in the Discord in the swing channel. This week has strong trend momentum on gold as well as trend momentum today on gold. So 100% of the levels I'm looking at are bullish on the daily as well as on the weekly. So basically, I'm just looking for buys. I want to see price pull back, fake out a low, and then take continuations. I'm not trying to outsmart the market and take reversals. I'm only trying to take trades that are aligned with these higher time frame traders. So today's Asia session, I'm in replay mode at the moment. Start my Asia session at 7 a.m. and 7 a.m. right at Tokyo Open. What I'm doing is I'm scanning all these higher time frames on all my Asia session pairs to see if there are any setups. And if there are any setups on Forex, usually I'm waiting for this H4 open. But right at Tokyo Open, I'm looking at trading only Nikkei. But today, Nikkei, I did not see anything that I liked, so I started looking at my other core pair, which is gold. So what I saw, first M15 bar at Asia closed bullish breakout above previous day high. And once I saw that, I knew that I'm waiting for a trend breakout setup. Bullish trend breakout setup. There are two setups in the trend breakout. And the first setup, what I'm looking for is consolidation and then a fake out of that consolidation. And then I take the breakout of the top. In this case, I don't trade gold right at the open, so I wasn't really paying attention to this, but I don't think I see the setup that I'm looking for here. So if the setup does not show up, or if I miss it, or if I don't take it, then what I'm doing is I'm waiting for the pullback, faking out the momentum time frame, and then take that continuation move. So once we broke out of the previous day high, what I'm doing is I'm waiting for price to pull back and then fake out the momentum time frame. So over here, trigger that M15 low, which is the momentum time frame of the H1. And once it does that, I'm looking for breakout alignment patterns. So over here, these are my breakout alignment patterns. There are three: reversal, continuation, or pullback. I need to identify which alignment pattern is showing up. And the way I do that is I look at the M15 breakout level, which is right over here. It's breaking out of a high. And then we're faking out or triggering that M15 low above that breakout level. So right now I know that we are in a continuation pattern here. And the safe entry for all these patterns are these entries in black text here. So the safe entry on the continuation pattern is the trend breakout above that entire structure. But all these blue ones, these are all fake out trades. Whenever you fake out a low, then you can actually drop down to lower time frames and then look for the this alignment pattern. So this, in this case, is a breakout continuation, and then I can look for a pullback alignment pattern on the M15. So over here, we broke out, and once we trigger that M15, then I can trade this M15 alignment. So execution time frame at the bottom there, the M15 alignment is traded on the 15 seconds. So essentially, I'm trading this 15-minute bar to see if the 15-minute bar is starting to flip bullish, and then I can take early entries instead of taking the breakout of the top. So once it triggers this, I can drop down to the 15 seconds, and I immediately see that we are in a range over here. These yellow lines are ranges. We have an inside bar in the M15 that creates a range, and we have faked out the low of the range. And this is how I trade ranges. Doesn't matter what type of range it is, whether it's created by an inside bar, outside bar, or two opposite-facing fake-out bars. I always want to take these trades at the edges and look for reversals at the edges. And over here, once we trigger that momentum time frame, the M15, then I can look for the reversal alignment pattern. So again, reversal pattern, continuation, or pullback. 99% of the time, if you have healthy momentum, this is the one that's going to show up in those ranges. So over here, first thing again, I'm looking at the M5 breakout level, which is right over here. We're breaking out below the low. And then over here, we've triggered this M5 low. If we get above, that's a breakout reversal. And then the safe entry again are these texts in black. So I'm looking for a false breakout entry for a safe entry. But very often when I'm trading ranges, I like to take the aggressive one, and the aggressive entry would be this breakout reversal. So price continued, was waiting for price to fake out. I'm not going to try to reverse anything from down here. I'm waiting for price to get back above this M5 low. So once price gets above that M5 low, indicator lets me know that we have a M5 breakout reversal. considered taking this one, but we are actually just a few minutes away from the H4 open. And usually I prefer to wait for that H4 bar before taking trades on Forex or metals. And so what I wanted to see price continue to pull back. I did not want to see price get above that M5 breakout level, but that's exactly what it did. And so once it got above, it gave me, again, the indicator lets me know exactly which entry I'm trading here. It's a M5 false breakout. And I decided to get in on this because I did want to keep my stops below the range. So I'm below the range, and technically when I'm trading ranges, I want to go from one side of the range to the other. So this would be about 1R to get to the opposite side. But since I am trading a breakout of the previous day high, I'm looking for managing my trade as a breakout instead of as a range. And over here in the trading process section, my trade manager, when I'm taking breakout setups, stop loss is a 1 bar stop. That's if I'm taking a breakout. I'm not taking the breakout on the 15 seconds. I'm taking a fake out. So if I'm taking the fake out, stop loss is at the current peak. And so we are at the current peak. But since I'm anticipating the breakout, my TP would be the next momentum cycle. On the H1, the next momentum cycle would be the previous day high. If it triggers the next previous day high, on the M15, it would be the next H8. And I preferred holding it to the next H8. So I was waiting for the next H8 to trigger in order to take my profit. So once I was in, wasn't going to take any more until the next H4. And once the H4 opened over here, I see that we are, let me just move this. We're in a range over here. We have some consolidation. Price came down, faked out the low. And this is my trend breakout setup, that first one. So narrow breakout range, consolidation between two levels, and then I want to see price come down and fake out that range. So we do have a narrow breakout range. We broke out. Price was consolidating between two levels. I can see that we're between ranges here on the M15. And then I was waiting for the M1 to close and breakout. So it did close and breakout right over here. This is a trend breakout entry. And I was waiting for price to continue. And when I take breakouts, it's a 1 bar stop. And in this case, it didn't matter because most breakouts fail. And the reason why I take 1 bar stops in breakouts is because most breakouts fail. And so it's a high risk, high reward. So if this continued on, this would have been a really nice trade. But unfortunately, it was a 1R loss on this one. So I took a 1R loss here. But still like the setup. And I was just waiting for price to get back above. And I would re-enter again. So over here, these yellow bars tell me that the M1 breakout level has flipped. So M1 was bearish. It's a trend reversal here. And then now M1 is bullish. So once I saw this breakout level, the last bearish one, get flipped, then I was interested to enter again. And actually, I think there was an entry here on the 15 second. Wasn't really paying attention to this one, though. I was looking at the M1 here. And once I saw the M1 close, and once again, indicator lets me know exactly which bar it is. And I wanted to take this one. Now, technically, I should have taken a 1 bar stop here, but since I just took a loss, it's really difficult for me to take a 1 bar stop on this one. And so I ended up just having more of a conservative stop. In this case, if I kept that 1 bar stop, I would have been fine. Wouldn't have come down and touched it. But yeah, anyways, that's how I took this one. And then after that, I just waited for the next H8 bar. So next H8 bar on the M15 was around here, right over here. And so once it triggered that, then I ended up taking my profits. So when I take breakouts, I go from momentum cycle to momentum cycle. So 6R here, about 10R, about 16, 15, 16R on this move. And that was it. And so I journal this one. Every single trade I take, I journal them, posted them here. And this is exactly what happened. I took it on the 15 seconds, one on the 15 seconds, took the stop loss on that first entry on the M1, and then I re-entered with the larger stop loss, and I took my exit here at the next momentum cycle. And that's it. So next on gold, really like what's happening with gold at the moment. We're breaking out here. Today, 14 more hours until this monthly bar closes, and I really like what's happening here. We're breaking out of this range. Gold has been stuck in a range for quite some time. Inside bar, that creates a range. 14 more hours to see if this range breaks. This range continues to exist until there's a breakout bar that closes outside. So every time you see an inside bar or a range get broken, gold makes a run. Inside bar over here, we have a breakout on this candle, and then you're making a run. So kind of hopeful for gold to start moving strong again here. And that's what I'm going to be going to keep an eye on gold next couple weeks for sure. And that is about it. So that's the H1 trend breakout setup. Took the second setup, which is the second leg here, and traded it perfectly. And that's it.